The All About Nothing podcast may have content and language that isn't appropriate for some. Listener discretion is advised. Recorded live from GOT Sounds Studio in Lexington, South Carolina. This is the All About Nothing podcast with Zach King, Trent Clark, and my dad, Barrett Gruber.
Welcome to the All About Nothing podcast. I am Barrett Gruber, joined by Zach King and Trent Clark. Welcome, fellas.
Welcome.
I think this is more likely the permanent way that the studio will be when we do the show.
Yeah.
And welcome everybody that's on Twitch. I can't see your comments. I guess if somebody else wanted to look in.
Don't worry, if you're on there, I got you.
I mean, one day we'll have the comments on the computer screen so we can actually see them.
Yeah,
Barrett tried very hard to get it to happen.
Yeah, we tried. We worked
Google
at that very
Chrome.
hard.
That's okay.
And Trent tried hard too. He was looking for power supplies.
Yeah, that's true. He dug through several boxes.
Even
Nick would be very upset.
even after a few, it's okay.
Yeah, we're
Trent,
good.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're good.
It's just fucked.
Yeah, that's right.
I just can't take no for an answer, man.
Thank you, everybody who's watching, listening to the show right now. Please make sure you subscribe to the show. Subscriptions drive our searches, and that's how we get new listeners. Also, please also consider supporting us financially by visiting our Patreon. That's patreon.com/theallaboutnothingpodcast. Actually, I take that back. It's not that. It's Patreon/theallaboutnothing. That's it. No podcast attached to it. That's it. Also, if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts and you think we're worth it, go ahead and give us one of those 5-star reviews. And if you don't think we're worth it, do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because really, we're getting tired of sending. Cost of gas is going up, and we're sending Zach to all these houses. And
Yes, man. I know.
Yeah, they don't appreciate it. They're like, who's the candidate? And I'm like, candidate? No.
It's me.
You don't got to leave your house.
Mario.
And I don't care if you're a fraud. Just listen.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of price of gas, I had to drive my wife's car. I'm like, it's too far.
Really?
Yeah.
You need one of those electric
So you're
motorcycles
further-
that I've gotten in the mail.
You're farther away from the other studio?
Fuck yes, man. By like,
He's got to take
10
two
minutes.
interstates to get here.
yes.
Yeah, 2 interstates.
And what's the one that takes you to 378? Is that 20?
Yeah, I-20. Hold on. You have lived in Columbia virtually your entire life.
I'm the worst with directions.
Well, I'm the worst with the road names.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I deliver.
Like interstate names and stuff. I just know where to go.
That's one of those things that I did when I first moved here. Is I specifically went and delivered pizzas specifically for this area,
Right.
so that I could learn all the road names and how to get around. Like when there's traffic out here on Mineral Springs.
I mean, that
So,
is
wait.
the ideal job for when you move someplace to
yeah.
learn how to get around, is to be a pizza delivery person or an Uber driver.
I think, Barrett, you're a Gen Xer, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think us millennials gave a shit to, like, we came right in, like, we didn't have to use maps until, like, TomToms were around. We're like, oh, fuck.
No. We had MapQuest.
MapQuest. That's the first.
That was our first map.
And I had that too.
Well, I forget.
we know,
Once it says like, take a ride on I-20, you fold up that paper and you see it, and you're
Yeah.
like, I'm fucking done with
Yeah,
you.
you done.
I just had to use dial-up to pull up directions and then
Correct.
print it out, and then literally those directions had to tag along on every single road trip.
Yes.
Well, explain to me how it was reading the actual map back in the day, because I know that had to be very.
That's fucked, right? I
Yeah.
don't do that.
So I also delivered pizza before the time of the internet being as useful as it is.
Yeah,
So-
Barrett, I said the Google Dolls are really good live, and Barrett's like, yeah, I saw them in '96, and I'm like,
Yeah,
like when they were new.
Live X, 99X's Live X.
Yeah.
Where's your plug bell? You don't even. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah,
Digital plug.
Y'all didn't have my plug bell around.
The one next to it is the winning bell. So just there you go. So yeah, no,
Well-
I originally went to the Live X for the Goo Goo Dolls back in like '96.
That's so
and
rad,
and the song you were, I guess, playing earlier.
Oh, you're gonna should be like
No.
He said, "I guess play." Did y'all have him? Did we have him muted on Twitch so people's ears weren't bleeding?
I don't think.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
he was muted. I thought about.
You guys are
turning it on
attacking
just
my
as a sign.
fucking hobby. If I was as good at playing guitar as I was at Call of Duty,
This isn't your hobby. This isn't your hobby. I thought.
I thought potting was your hobby.
no, this is supposed to be our job, guys. Get fucking game face.
He is right. You are right. We want to eventually get paid from this one day.
I do have a couple shout outs for this week. We did get a new like and a follow on our Facebook. Linda Sutton. Do you all know Linda Sutton?
We do now.
But I
That's
appreciate
exactly
it.
right.
We do now know her.
We got that. Also, I got a voicemail this week.
Voicemails.
Yeah, I got a voicemail this week. And
Those
Zach,
are always fun.
I think this voicemail is actually for you.
Hello, this is Bill Kimler, the best guest you've ever
God damn it,
had
Bill.
on the All About Nothing podcast. I just wanted to say how impressed I am with Zach.
He's coming in
his
hot.
impersonations. Man, he does a quality job of impersonating
He's
a
right.
lot.
Thanks,
He even impersonated an NFL analyst.
Ah,
earlier
you
this
piece of
season.
crap.
He dumped all over my hometown favorite Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh.
And I'm just calling to say, fly, Eagles, fly, baby. We're going to the Super Bowl, Zach. Man, give it up. I don't want to hear another NFL opinion out of your mouth. Otherwise, you might get some Will Smith treatment next
That's
time.
harsh.
Anyhow, take care. Keep up the good work, all. Love you. Bye.
Well, Bill, here's the first thing. Deflategate 2.0, it's coming out.
Oh,
You think so?
man.
PEDs across the board.
On who? The Eagles?
Yeah, man.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say Jalen
Listen,
Hurts.
I told Bill earlier
that-
when they started just that defense was good. They let
Yeah.
up a little bit,
Yeah.
and then now they pinched down on whoever they played, the losers, Bills.
49ers.
Was it the Niners? I
Yeah.
can't remember anymore.
Yeah. 49ers lost yesterday.
Listen, I eat crow. I already told Bill. I was like, damn, I underestimated Jalen Hurts in the Eagles.
Yeah.
And, they're good.
Yeah.
They're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man.
That is very true.
Joe Burrow got cheated last night, man.
What?
Very sad.
I'm glad Joe's out.
Yeah,
You think Joe Burrow got cheated?
Oh, they cheated my boy Joe Burrow.
How do you think he got cheated?
Man, it was supposed to happen like that.
No. I need I need
Dude,
It
details.
was supposed to happen.
He was about to beat a record of I think a few actually, but when it comes to beating Pat Mahomes, and I will say Pat, I don't care what his mama says.
Patty mayonnaise.
He already did
You're
it.
gonna
He did it.
disrespect Patrick Mahomes.
He wasn't going
mother.
to do it 4 times in a calendar year, or no, he already did it 3 times in a calendar year. It wasn't going to happen a 4th time in a single, let's call it a playing year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wasn't going to happen. It was bound to break, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, but you got to think about it. These NFL teams. They play each other. They watch so much film on each other, and then they play each other repeatedly, so they know what everybody's going to do.
I mean, it was.
Oh, but yeah, by the end of the season, they know exactly what every team
Exactly.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're the 49ers and you're on your 3rd and 4th backup quarterback.
Yeah,
God.
nobody could plan for that.
And then they brought Purdy back in there, who literally couldn't throw more than three yards.
He told his coach, he's like, I can't throw.
yeah,
Like they
that hurt. They're big. They hit me.
that was hilarious.
Donovan Sue.
How do you have? What the thing is that no, it wasn't Ndamukong Suh. They had a backup. That I can't remember the guy's name. He was like he was close to being defensive player of the year. Like
Yeah.
he was 3rd pick, and you have a backup tight end to block him 1-on-1, and he crushed him.
Well, then they put Christian McCaffrey in for literally one throw.
Wildcat snap.
Yeah, I guess, but no, he was a quarterback.
Yeah,
no,
I
they
know.
put him as a quarterback, but
That
it
would've worked.
was one. It
If they would
would
have did it earlier.
No, if that would have worked, we would have done it with the Panthers because we didn't have a quarterback.
No. The Panthers didn't have the team to do it with. They actually had the team to do it with.
The reason it didn't work was
Debo.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, Debo and Christian in the backfield. Yeah, you can. That's lightning and thunder all over again. You know what I mean?
I don't want to crap on Christian McCaffrey, but like when he throws, it is this. His eyes are closed. He's looking over to the sideline.
He went to Stanford, but I'm not still like passing the bar with it. He gets hit in the head a lot.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's fine.
Shout out to Stanford.
They're like
They
abysmally
might
awful.
want us for a walkthrough or something. Have us come talk to their podcasting class. You know what I mean?
They're gonna
If they
fly us
have-
to
yeah.
California
If
and
they-
do
Yeah.
that.
If they legitimately have a podcasting class,
It's gonna happen.
Your mascot's
Have you
a
seen?
tree.
Have you seen You People?
No,
Yes.
not yet.
That movie sucked.
I haven't
It's
watched
about
it yet.
what?
That movie was shit.
I want to look.
Come
I want
on.
to look. I want to voice my opinion. I love Eddie Murphy. I am not a fan of Jonah Hill.
I didn't even.
Jonah Hill wrote that.
It just.
He wrote the movie.
Trent, it wasn't good. There was.
It
fun-
wasn't bad.
There was funny parts. I just left it going like. What was
You
the
didn't like
point?
it. He didn't like it because the guy started off podcasting talking about the culture, and Zach was like, "That's me."
That is me. I'm the only
that's
fat
like the
guy.
part of it. The
I
guy
just-
was a
I'm the-
was a podcaster.
Yeah.
and he eventually meets the girl, and
Did you see it?
he gets on.
No, I haven't watched it yet. But mostly just because I'm not a fan of Jonah Hill.
But Jonah Hill's not bad in it at all. I actually thoroughly enjoyed his performance. It just the movie had no point.
I've put Jonah Hill in the same context that I put Harrison Ford and I put Denzel Washington. They don't play characters. They literally just play themselves.
I
And
don't
Jonah
know.
Hill, and the fact that Jonah Hill wrote it,
Yeah.
I mean, Jonah Hill has done some character acting.
I'm about to say I think Jonah Hill's not. I don't. When he plays whatever, he's not. That
Superbad.
That wasn't the super bad kid playing that movie. Would you think that?
No, and it wasn't the
I
it
think
wasn't the Wolf of Wall Street.
I
He
think-
always
Right,
plays somebody
right.
I don't
different.
know.
I think
See,
so, too.
but there's always an undertone. It's always Jonah Hill.
The movie.
I
had-
mean, because
I think Superbad was the only one he
even
actually
lost weight.
acted
You
in.
see him? You see how skinny he was in this movie?
And that was bigger than he was.
In
but
this
I don't
movie?
feel,
Yeah,
I feel
he's-
good talking
yeah,
about
in
his
this
weight.
movie,
he's
they-
probably
they
70
did like
pounds
a-
heavier than
they
he
did like
was.
a
I'm not going
close-up.
to talk about his weight.
I don't. I mean,
He's
I
sensitive
will.
about it, and I get it.
I will.
I mean, I'm giving him credit. Like right now, like they did like
he
an up
looks
and
good
down.
compared to, like, Superbad,
bro,
for
he,
sure.
he lost so much weight.
The hair drove my wife crazy because he had the, the
Slick
blonde
back hair?
tips with the slick back with the blonde
Of
tips.
course, man.
I saw the trailer. I just think he looks gross.
This
Like
movie,
he just looks sweaty.
This movie
like,
was
I feel
about
sweaty.
put-
But
this
he
movie
looks sweaty.
This movie was literally about putting Islamic people, Muslims and Jews against
Was that
each
what
other.
it was?
That was.
I
I
thought
thought
That was the plot.
That was the
See,
underskirt.
Because they were
That was-
saying, that was the undertone
but it was
of the whole movie.
the main one was black and white.
Yeah. Okay. So
Correct.
I haven't
But it
again.
got to because the parents were Muslim.
Yeah.
And his parents were Jewish.
Cohen Muhammad.
So
I'll just say the only thing that I got out of what the point of the movie was is crowbarring Eddie Murphy into a movie because he's under contract with Netflix.
Oh, what's funny? Eddie Murphy
what I
had
felt.
no part.
Yeah, that's what-
had no. Was he funny in that?
I don't think he wasn't supposed to be funny.
No, he was
supposed to be-
an asshole.
Remember Eddie Murphy in Guess Who? Bernie Mac in Guess Who?
Yeah.
He was kind of playing like that role.
Sure.
The best part of that movie is when Mike Epps was in the car with him. He's like,
Yes, Mike Epps was the
he's
comedian.
Like,
in
he's
that
like, you
movie.
drug. Matter of fact, you drug both of them like a fat bitch's left foot. Yes.
I just think I thought it was a reason to put Eddie Murphy into something so that he now meets one of the criteria of his contract for Netflix.
Well, you got to watch it.
They could have gone so much
I'll give it
more
a chance.
extreme funny when they went to Vegas. Nothing happened except for him being like
It's
hardball.
that was the funniest part of the movie because
If he would have caught him doing some shit,
no, he couldn't he couldn't catch him because Eddie Murphy said we're going there so he has
has
a
no
bad
bad-
time.
Yeah,
so
even-
just
even his dude
imagine,
was like,
imagine
"You're fucking low."
your father-in-law going to your bachelorette party
just
and
to fuck
watching
with
you.
just to ruin it.
He's not even saying nothing. He's just watching all your friends do blow, and all your friends like, "Hey man, call your guy with the cocaine." He's like, "I don't have anybody with
don't have no
cocaine."
cocaine.
I love my father-in-law, but he could have go get fucked. He ain't ruining that.
I saw a trailer for Cocaine Bear. Have you seen the trailer?
Yes.
For this?
So I know the whole story about Cocaine Bear.
I didn't even
It's
know
a-
it had Ice Cube's son in it.
It's a real, but it's based on a true story.
Correct,
Yes.
but they said it's exaggerated because the bear.
It's massively
Of course it's
exaggerated.
exaggerated.
What the dude actually parachuted with cocaine that a bear did eat and terrorize a town
Yeah.
until it got shot.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It looks pretty funny.
That definitely looks like it happened in Tennessee.
that's your like unholy or deadly night
Oh, okay, yeah.
or that kind of
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like Violent Night. That's
Violent
what it
Night,
is.
yeah.
Like that kind of shit, just to play on something that I think it's great. It's gonna be funny.
That's
Yeah.
pretty funny, man.
So I wanted to bring up Alec Baldwin because I didn't get to bring him up last week, and
Oh, you mean a straight shooter?
Lord, man, that's
But it wasn't. That's why that lady got killed.
well, no, he aimed at her.
Yeah, straight shooter.
He aimed.
I thought
at
it was
her
a
because-
ricochet from the blank. That guy.
No, the ricochet hit.
Well, he
it
doesn't
went
shoot
through her
blanks.
and hit the guy behind her.
He just had a seventh kid.
I want to say it ricocheted off her rib, maybe. I don't know. He shot her right. Anyway, there according to TMZ, and this was from a Sunday news broadcast from TMZ several weeks ago. It broke that Baldwin was not going to be charged with the shooting of Joel Souza, who was the guy that got shot behind Helena.
But they're giving him the manslaughter charge.
He's gonna get a manslaughter charge on Helena Hutchins, which
So
was the one
who
who died.
So, but did they say it was involuntary or voluntary?
Involuntary.
Yeah, because it had to have been.
Well, so but
Well, we're not gonna say that because they had They checked the scene and they said it was live ammunition just all over the movie scene.
Well, this
Like,
is Brandon Lee died the same fucking way
yeah, that's true.
in the Crow shooting.
But with the Alec Baldwin thing, I want to say I feel bad for him.
I do. I mean,
I but one of the things that they said was that the Santa Fe DA's office said that there was no crime in the incident with Souza because obviously he wasn't aiming at Souza. It ricocheted off in her and then went to him.
Yeah.
But Alec Baldwin had an absolute duty to check the gun on the Rust set, said the prosecutors.
But that's the thing. Those movie sets, because I watched the whole thing on it, they're not supposed to touch the gun. The gun comes to them with the blanks.
Right.
They don't touch it. You film scene, bam, done. You wait for the control person to come get the gun and take it back.
Yeah.
It is not the actor's responsibility to go. They're not trained for that shit. period.
correct, but I think the only thing puts him in position to get charged is he's
Aimed at a person.
he's a producer
But
of this movie.
Yeah, he was a producer on
Well,
the
a producer
the
of this
negligence. I think negligence or
Sure.
misconduct or something from who he hired to do the guns.
Correct.
But in the end, man, I think the biggest thing that is his fault. You don't aim at a person, period. I don't know where she could have been for it.
She was
off stage.
But how many Western movies you seen them not aim at a person?
Well,
how many motherfuckers got shot by a blank like the shrapnel and didn't do anything about it, like in the Western times, like when it came to the Clint Eastwood movies.
And I don't know if this movie's ever going to get finished, but I do.
I heard it's supposed to be getting finished.
I do. Is Alec Baldwin?
That's what they. I think
he had so much of a beard you could probably replace him with anybody.
Well, you go legal fees.
Harrison Ford. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they need to make some. Well, I guess the thing that I don't understand completely with the Alec Baldwin situation is in that scene, had he aimed at the camera as though that he was shooting at the subject that he was looking at, then he would have shot into the camera, and then of course
cameraman would have died.
Yeah, no telling where it would have ricocheted by then. But that to me, I don't know that I fully support the idea that he should be charged with a crime. The likelihood is that he probably it won't. It's not something that will be followed through with. It won't wind up going all the way.
Well, you know what the solution is that they've already implemented.
What's that?
At least a few studios. There's no live firing of a gun, no blanks no more. It's all CGI.
Yeah, well, that kind of honestly, I had no idea that they weren't doing CGI on these anymore.
You could put pop caps in it. Remember little pop cap guns?
Yeah,
correct.
At least to give them a little bit of like, oh, you understand what's happening with the gun.
Yeah,
that'd be fine.
I think that probably would have made more sense in this situation.
I mean, I'm still trying to figure out why there were live rounds at the place. I don't understand that. Why are there live rounds at the scene?
If they for sure had live rounds, there's no excuse for that.
No, they did.
Because you're not supposed to have those even in proximity of the dummy rounds. But the dummy rounds are just folded over shell casing on the end of what it is. And if it's packed enough, and I guess that's a science when it comes to graining your bullets and hot loads and stuff.
Yeah.
If it's a powerful enough pack in that with the gunpowder and primer, then it could just blow the damn fold off instead of it just peeling back and opening up.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know. That's one of those things we'd have to talk to somebody that's worked in
your boy
at Palmetto Armorist.
Oh Lord, I don't know if I want anybody's opinion that works for Alan Wilson.
Yeah, I don't know
how the Attorney General of the state of South Carolina, who has literally had hundreds of guns purchased through Palmetto State Armory, and the potential is that some of them have been used in a crime.
Yeah.
How that doesn't funnel back to the Attorney General for the state of South Carolina. I'm making that accusation.
Remember when the Attorney General was Andre Bauer, and we just had to worry about him speeding and drinking?
That is right.
Him literally running over co-eds.
Yeah.
And not all co-eds, just the co-eds that weren't in his car.
Yeah. Sorry, was that your friend? Fuck.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
We'll pick her up from 5 points later.
Allegedly.
Oh, God, she was saying the N-word. Andre, get out.
Oh, Lord. Have you heard about the Damar Harris conspiracy? You haven't heard about this? Okay.
Damar Harris.
Yeah, Damar Harris was he died on the field and then for the Bills.
For the Bills.
That's.
Am I saying his name wrong again?
I think so.
I think you're saying it right.
I'm just going to double check.
Please double check. Damar Hamlin. Mother of pearl.
You said Harris.
I said Harris.
I was like,
yeah, that's my fault. So have you heard about the conspiracy theory?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna play you this. Trey Crowder explains it much better than I could. So I'm gonna play
my boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Trey Crowder explain.
Hey y'all,
this.
in case you missed it, the internet has given conspiracy theorists another nugget of idiocy to gnaw on, and they're loving it. So here's the deal: you may recall a few weeks ago, the Buffalo Bills' Damar Hamlin collapsed from cardiac arrest on the field.
Yeah.
These people say that in fact Damar perished that night and has since been replaced by the NFL with a body double / clone who refuses to show its face in public and insists on making Masonic hand gestures. Well, that's simple enough. I feel silly now, I've been over here assuming that he was all bundled up like that, either because Buffalo is the devil's snow globe or effects from his ordeal. But no, according to these people, he died, and then the NFL called up that Jurassic Park scientist and was like, "Can you do safeties? Harrison, don't forget to teach our new clone how to do all the secret Illuminati hand gestures in public, because as we all know, conspiracies ain't no fun without any breadcrumbs." Yeah, that's what they say happened. And if you're the type of person whose brain works, you might think, but why? And they say it's because Damar died that night as a result of complications from receiving the, you guessed it, COVID vaccine. There it is.
There it is.
Makes sense now, right? Because as we all know, move aside QAnon, anti-vax is the current Beyonce of the basement brigade. It's all the rage with them. They're trying to convince the rest of the world to realize that our fellow Americans are getting a shot and falling over dead every day. I always...
Anyway, that's the idea. Do you think that it's possible?
Someone needs to teach these motherfuckers about Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is usually the correct.
So what you're saying is you're asking a question: is the COVID vaccine making people suddenly just die?
Well, okay, on impact.
You're good. You've had like 4 of them. I've had like 3
I've had 4 of
them.
them. Yeah,
I've had 2.
Yeah, I've not died yet. I don't.
You look good and healthy there.
I think Penn
Trent,
and Teller.
you look good.
Thanks.
I think Penn and Teller actually.
I look good too.
I think Penn and Teller did a fantastic job of trying to
look horrible.
explain.
If I died, just blame it on COVID.
That's fair.
No, just shot, not the.
The actual COVID.
COVID.
Have you gotten COVID yet?
I don't think so.
You have a couple times,
Like
right?
twice.
Yeah. No, I haven't gotten it
Trent's
once.
just over it. Don't work.
I'm over here like, damn. The only people that catch COVID is the people that be at my parties, I guess. God damn.
Well, that seems fair.
He does go to bars where they don't clean the glasses.
Do you when you do these parties? Do you require people to show a failed COVID test? Failed?
COVID?
Would that be
A failed test?
Yeah, because failed means you're not positive.
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
A negative
what do you mean?
test
You're
in
asking.
other words?
I feel like it should be failed. It's negative.
You don't have COVID, you failed.
What I'm asking is like, are you asking?
This is a
Am I
COVID party
asking
only.
the people that I'm doing the party for? Did they have a negative test before they actually hosted their
The
party?
people that are going to potentially infect you.
Well, Barry, most of the time, the people that are going to potentially infect me are going to be the people that's going to pay me. So I'm going to.
You're just going to take it.
I'm going to just take whatever.
Adopt a DJ persona where you wear a gas mask.
Fuck no.
If you show up with
Hazmat.
I'll be hot
Put your
already.
Slipknot shit.
I picture Trent now showing up in that in like an aqua helmet,
Yes.
like a scuba
I'm gonna show up in
diver.
a bubble boy.
No, dude, you need that
Full scuba.
What were the DJs who wore the helmets? God damn.
Oh,
I
you're
didn't
talking
listen-
about
I don't listen to robot music. So.
Daft Punk.
Daft Punk, where they wore like the gold and silver helmets.
Correct.
You need one of them joints, or Dead Mouse 5 or whatever
Yeah.
his name is.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just take over Marshmallow and just be
Yes.
chocolate drop and just have a chocolate
Oh my
drop
god!
over my
like
head.
a Hershey
Shred.
Kiss.
If you were unwrapped Hershey Kiss, but the wrapper's still sticking out of like the tip of your head, and
That-
it says DJ Lonzo,
Ooh.
that's
I
hard
like
as
this.
fuck.
Kiss
Listen,
the DJ.
Stop the
You get it?
podcast. We gotta
Kiss
go.
the DJ.
Trade.
Hershey's Kiss. Ah.
And then you're going to definitely get COVID.
COVID. Yeah, that's not helping. Don't do that.
What did Trent die from? Well, he was wearing this giant helmet. So
He kissed a lady.
he started coughing
kissed a
really,
man.
really hard and then passed out right on the floor. It was scary.
He said, "I bet my mouth can fit in this."
Nobody touched him.
Nobody. Okay, well,
Isn't that what I said about
you're
you?
taking it
before the
too
show?
far.
I'm passing it on. I'm passing it on. I'm passing it on. I bet this can fit in my mouth.
So, but this conspiracy theory is something that I
A lot of people been on that.
they truly back this stuff up and they believe it. It's the same thing as how
Whoa.
there are people out there that think that Trump is still running the United States, that
Yeah.
he's still the active president.
Did you see him pray at Zesta?
Hold on, yeah. Do y'all want to talk
Hold
about the
on.
Zestos thing? So, look, if you're listening to
He went to
this,
Zestos.
West Columbia Zestos, and he's like, "Can I pray with you?" First, he's like, "No," and then she says it again. He's like, "Yes."
yeah. This is
Okay.
So
Well, West Columbia Zestos is probably the most racist Zestos I've ever been to in my life.
How did they fit a presidential like fucking motorcade in it? Because that parking lot is not.
I
big.
want to know how they fit all them employees in that damn West Columbia.
First of all,
It'd
you
be
go,
like
if you go
30
to Zestos
people at the window.
If you go to Zestos at West Columbia, you have to understand that there's going to be at least 9 sub 10-year-old kids
Correct.
there, basically screaming at you for your order.
Like, are you next?
They are all children, not to shit on y'all, but
and it goes from children to like old people. There's no in between.
that's right.
Yeah,
it's like 85-year-old who got Donald Trump.
16 is the cutoff, and then 100. It's like but anywhere between 16 and
He's
100.
like, "Ma'am, what do you do here when they're done praying?" She's like, "I put the stuff in the bag." That's
Yeah,
it.
I
It's
made
the
your
only
slaw.
With my strong hand.
Okay,
I made the straw with my parents.
and I don't want to crap on Zesto's. I think their chicken's good. I think their burger is okay. But
Quick Way is better.
what is Quick Way on? You're talking about in near Dutch Fork,
On White Rock.
White Rock. Yep.
Well, we got a Quick Way near here too.
It's not the same.
Nope.
It's not the same.
They got a
Quick Way.
White
The
Rock,
Quick
Quick
Way on
Way.
76 across from Lomanholme. That one.
Man, I live right down the street from there. I mean, my mom lives
Church,
right
right?
down the street from there. I'm
Trent
well
knows.
aware.
He's from Chapin. Everyone came my way. My house was 1 mile from that joint.
Okay.
Correct. 3 Dog Road.
So
Yep.
I just have to ask: if you were to, have you had? Well, let me see. How do I put this?
Chapin
Have
has
you
its own
had-
Zestos too, so.
Yeah, but have you had the coleslaw at Zesto's in West
I
Quogue?
never
I do
get
not like
coleslaw.
coleslaw.
Have
I
you
always
ever
get extra
had
fries.
it? Have you-
Yes.
Okay, you have had it.
I've tried every coleslaw because the thing when you go, I don't like
Because
coleslaw.
you're always hoping for Chick-fil-A.
Well, no. Fuck Chick-fil-A. God, fuck Chick-fil-A. Every
Don't
time,
disrespect Chick-fil-A. here.
Every-
We're trying to get that sponsorship.
fuck them and they got.
That's right. The All About Nothing podcast brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Visit Chick-fil-A today for your special on.
But
they
not
would
on
sponsor this
Sundays.
podcast.
Not on Sunday. They wouldn't agree with Zach.
Yes.
We might can get some plugs in, but Zach, you're out of there.
I'll tell you I'll tell you what they need to do
Chick-fil-A
to be
gives me
truly
stomach
successful. But when the God damn it, where were we? Now you guys just
Chick-fil-A.
messed me up.
Oh, coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
The coleslaw. Every time you say I say I don't like coleslaw, someone's like, "Well, you hadn't had so and so's coleslaw."
Right. Yeah.
So I give coleslaw a shot.
Yeah.
Every time. It's
I do too.
fucking disgusting.
I do too.
Every time
I learned from that with mac and cheese. Everybody's like, "Well, mom, this mac and cheese good." Well, you haven't had this mac and cheese. No,
Yeah.
I only go to mac and cheese from certain people.
The best mac and cheese I ever had was
Certain
the one
people.
that church cooking. I think your mom made it.
Oh yeah, my aunt.
Your aunt made
That's
it.
Deshaun's mother.
Yes.
Correct.
True. Dude, I was like, I want a box this time, Trent. Just mac and
Mac and
cheese.
cheese. He did say that.
Dude, just give me that. It's the
Just
best mac and cheese I ever had.
Best mac and cheese.
They got the
I'm telling
crusty top.
you. Oh yeah, you got to have a little burn on the end. On the ends.
Yeah, that is what makes it good.
Only way.
So my question then is, if you've tried the coleslaw, if you do try the coleslaw, if you had to rank Zesto's coleslaw, how would you rank it as far as because I know you said no Chick-fil-A.
It's just
but
mayonnaise, lettuce.
Chick-fil-A,
I don't really.
and some seasoning.
lettuce.
That's what the fuck it is.
But
Do you like your? Hold on, I need to ask you a question before you ask. How do you like your? Do you like the wet coleslaw or do you like the kind of thick coleslaw that's not too wet? Like, you know what I'm saying?
my preferred coleslaw is going to be really minced up. Like the cabbage and all the celery and all the ingredients.
you
they
wanna
put
see
into
the color in it,
I
too.
want, but I want it to be really minced up, and I prefer it to be wet. I don't want dry coleslaw. Like if you're putting coleslaw on your barbecue,
It better stick together.
yeah, I want it to stay.
You put
So not
coleslaw on
wet.
your hot dogs? No homo.
I used to. I don't anymore.
I would try. That's what I was about to say. I would try it on a burger maybe, and then try it on a hot dog.
Yeah, everybody says a hot dog is the way to go.
But we were talking about Chick-fil-A. I told Gabrielle this the other day. I was like, Chick-fil-A would win me over if they had beef fillet.
A beef fillet,
Like Chick-fil-A does chicken shit.
like a cheeseburger.
Yes. So if they put that love into their chicken, let's see if they can do it with a burger.
Well, there's Chick-fil-A's in Atlanta, I think, that are selling
A test burger.
Yeah, they do test burgers, but they also
That's
do
sacrilegious to the creed of Chick-fil-A. With the cows and shit.
I think the only rule Chick-fil-A follows is the not
No
on Sunday
chicken.
thing.
Well,
It's not a
Yeah.
Well, it's no-
'Cause
it's
you
no-
get sausage and bacon and all that shit.
yeah. You can
You get I
But
think
it's
you
no
can get-
cow, right?
Yeah, no, I think you get
It's no
steak.
cow. You don't eat a cow from Chick-fil-A.
yeah, but why is that the limiting factor? Like
Because-
why can't
Because
Chick-fil-A just-
maybe they're like the Indians and worship the cows.
nope, that's not it.
I want the Jewish equivalent that just is not open on Saturdays,
fact,
but they are open on Sunday.
I feel like somewhere Truett Cathy has probably said something from his grave. No, not following that Hindi stuff. Not a chance.
I don't know, man. You never know.
I think
kosher?
yeah.
They really worship the cow.
Honestly, I don't
You would
think-
think it would be a whole bunch of Chick-fil-A's
He's
in
onto
India.
something. That's what the Jews did in the desert at the
Yeah,
end of
that's
it.
true.
And they made the golden cow. And, dude, it's 2 steps away from being a movies.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's the best one. Dogma.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my favorite movie, dog.
Kevin Smith, that's that shit.
Nah, man. Chris Rock did his thing in that movie.
Yeah, I'm the black disciple.
the 13th
Bocephus.
disciple.
Bocephus, wasn't it?
13th disciple.
I'm the 13th disciple. Like what?
You're like, hey, fat man, get out of your coat.
That was a great movie.
I'm getting a little cold out here, as you can see.
Yeah, that's a.
He
That's a,
goes,
that was a
you
good one.
masturbate more than any human on earth.
Yeah, when he was telling
And he's
him,
like,
who-
everybody knows that, duh. And
Yeah.
he's like, you're thinking about guys.
yeah, but you do it. You're sometimes thinking about guys. He's like,
Got quiet.
yeah,
He did
real
get
quiet. So so that I guess so to talk about the Zestos thing.
Correct.
If you don't know and you don't follow West Columbia news, because as far as I'm concerned, this probably should not have made it any further than like the state newspaper, but it did. Yeah. Donald Trump showed up with his entire security detail as well as a handful of the people that were at the rally. They showed up at Zestos and basically disrupted everything for customer, because that's what happens anytime a president or ex-president shows up somewhere.
Ruin stuff for everyone else.
Basically, traffic is mucked up. You got if you and he's going to Zestos.
But that's the Zestos you would want to go if you're President Trump, because you know you're gonna have some supporters in there, and the owner definitely looks like a supporter.
He was just shoveled there like an old man in a home. Like, we're going to Zestos. He's like, okay.
No, he probably was like, we're storming Zestos like the Capitol.
I did think there was probably a place that was more appropriate for him to go, which was Maurice's Piggy Park right down the street. That seems more apropos.
Last time I was here, they had the rebel flag. Where is it?
It's still there.
They took it down.
No, it's not.
No, they took it down.
No, but they still sell Maurice's book in the gift shop.
Maybe his book, but it's not bannered.
The kids took it down. I remember the news story. The kids,
it's down.
When the kids,
his books definitely have it on there.
Once he died is when they were able to do it.
Correct. The kids was able to do it.
Like, so we're not all about that.
We're like, we like y'all buying our stuff.
We're all about the pig.
Yeah. Maurice Piggy Park, that is the place you go where there's two teenagers working the entire place.
And ultimately what you have is time to think about the menu, and then you don't have somebody hassling you like,
what do you want?
You can read a fucking book in the drive-thru while you're waiting on your food.
Which they sell in the gift shop.
No, I'm not reading that.
I do miss Maurice's barbecue sauce, the yellow kind, man. It was so good.
Do you really?
Oh man, the yellow one. Oh,
there's one right by my house, and every once in a while we're like, oh, some of that southern food.
You have to bring yourself down to it.
You have to.
Yeah, why can't my food not have like a religious connotation or a racist connotation?
Yeah, man. Goddamn Chick-fil-A and Maurice's barbecue, man.
Fuck off with your damn agenda. I don't care. Serve me some fucking food.
Yeah.
Well,
don't be weird.
Here's the good news. This episode brought to you by Maurice's Barbecue in West Columbia. Try out the Piggy Park.
It's finger looking good. If you're the right color.
All right, I tell you what, let's take a break. We'll come back after these words, I guess. The All About Nothing podcast. We'll be right back.
Yo, this is Rod Fly, 803 Stand Up. This is All About Nothing podcast. Let's get it.
All right, welcome back to the All About Nothing podcast. Zach King, Trent Clark, Barrett Gruber. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're watching us on Twitch, thanks. Hello.
Hello, Twitch.
Keep twitching with us.
Twitchers.
All the twitching. It's interesting based on what we're going to talk about next.
Yeah, no, man.
Because you're going to see all of our eyes twitch.
Yeah.
When we start
Facts,
reading
man.
some names.
I'm gonna let Trent break it.
I'm going to break it, man,
Trent,
because I see
set
this.
it up, put it out.
Yeah.
My source is Grand Wizard Chat, N-word. If you know, you know. If you don't.
Grand Wizard Chat.
N-word nepotism?
That's his name.
Narcissist.
This is his name.
Nancy.
You're not going to say
at the top.
You
I mean, I can say it, but I didn't want them to feel comfortable saying it on Twitch.
I'll say it.
I'll say it.
No, we're not going to say it on Twitch. We're not going to say it. But this is a clip that came out with an interview from Bill Gates asking questions about old Jeffrey Epstein's island and how many times he's been there.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're going to check this out because this should be interesting.
Issues that's dogged you is that of your relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Do you regret the relationship that you maintained with him against Melinda's advice and wishes?
Yes.
Well, I've said that this is, you're going way back in time. But yeah,
new audience.
I will say for the, over 100th time, I shouldn't have had dinners with him.
Why?
Epstein had a way of sexually compromising people. Is that what Melinda was warning you about?
No. Ooh. I mean, I had dinner with him, and that's all.
And that you regret the relationship, the acquaintance?
That I had dinner with him.
Mm. And the relationship between the foundation and Epstein, which
there never was any relationship of any kind.
39 times, Bill.
One of the issues that's dogged you is that of...
And that's it. That's that one. And if we want some context, we can play the one from his wife. She did an interview with... what's the lady?
Barbara Walters. That was Barbara Walters, wasn't it?
No, Barbara. No, that wasn't Barbara Walters.
No, that was somebody else. But
it was 2020.
Gail. She did an interview with Gail.
Gail King.
Yeah, Gail King.
Well, and also put more context on it. Ex-wife.
Correct.
Yeah,
this is his ex-wife.
You know, it was also widely reported that Bill had a friendship or business or some kind of contact with Jeffrey Epstein, and that you were not, that was very upsetting to you. Did that play a role in the divorce at all in this process?
Yeah, as I said, it's not one thing. It was many things. But I did not like that he had meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, no.
And you made that clear to him?
I made that clear to him. I also met Jeffrey Epstein exactly one time.
Did you?
Yes, because I wanted to see who this man was.
He put a bag over my head.
I regretted it from the second I stepped in the door. He was abhorrent. He was evil personified. I had nightmares about it afterwards. So, you know, my heart breaks for these young women because that's how I felt.
Right?
And here I'm an older woman. My God, I feel terrible for those young women. It's awful.
You felt that the moment you walked in? I didn't realize
He was awful.
that. Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't know. I'd never heard of him before he got fucking arrested.
I had neither.
I mean, but he's above our pay grade. You ever heard that?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, when she's coming out saying this motherfucker is evil, and like apparently knew enough about him before her one-time meeting that Bill shouldn't go. Of course, they're billionaires and shit, but like that
word gets around though.
My thing is
word gets around, but word didn't get around to the common people per se.
Correct, because like I said, it's above our pay grade.
So and correct me if I'm wrong, but Epstein made a lot of his money in a way that people don't really have any factual information about as far.
Correct.
Because he was a stockbroker one time, but I've seen the documentary that he didn't make a whole lot of money.
It was like donations almost.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so he didn't do that well with the stock trading, and then somehow because he got involved with this one guy who apparently allegedly blackmailed because he had information on him, money just started funneling in. And then because that guy was associated with other well-to-doers, the money started coming in even more. And so Epstein went from virtually shoeless to being a billionaire.
Correct.
And owning his own island, and everything sort of went downhill from there. And then based on the evidence that we know of, he was able to funnel sex traffickers, or he was trafficking sex workers from basically women that he had hypnotized somehow into doing this or thinking that this was their only value. And that's so somehow he was able to do all of that into basically the enormity that he came.
So what they portray it as is basically like Taken. Right?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
With the sheiks and shit, the billionaires bidding on these women who are... I think what we have here, and fuck Jeffrey Epstein, I do not care, but what I do care about is the truth of what's happening.
Yeah.
And we have a JFK situation, right?
Yes.
Basically, you're never going to understand exactly what happened because no one's going to ever be able to verify it all.
Right.
And anyone who could verify it all...
is dead.
Is going to get killed. That's what I was going to say, so Trent's right. Or they're going to be held in the maximum security where they're going to vet whoever's watching them and they're going to strangle them.
Right,
Facts.
correct.
And it just drives me at the wall because this is one of those things that we could sit here and fascinate over time and time again. People still fucking debate JFK.
Right.
Yeah.
People still debate Pearl Harbor. For instance, of that, was there radar that they could have seen it coming? There's always going to be some kind of conspiracy.
9/11.
Exactly. Like it's you're never going to know the truth of it, but someone out there is going to hold a very tight grip that they think they know the truth.
It's going to be the girls. It's going to be the girls that
but some of the girls have already come forward.
Yeah.
Like there have been several that come forward. No, not all of them, but the ones that have come forward have been scrutinized by basically whether it's Bill Clinton or Bill Gates or whatever, because those individuals have a level of power in media and things like that.
Who broke the story on Bill Clinton?
Who broke the story? Honestly, it was probably Trump. Trump was
yeah.
probably the one, because he was like, I was down there on the island.
If there was one Q thing that you could just throw darts at while you're blindfolded, that Bill Clinton did something sketchy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, like, with him getting head in the White House, like, who broke that story?
Oh, that was the National Enquirer. National Enquirer was the one that actually broke that.
But that's because
did she tell?
No, it's because she told the person that was her friend. I can't remember the woman's name, but
it came directly from her.
She told her friend, and then her friend released it to a newspaper, Washington Post or somebody else like that. But
Bill Clinton didn't rape her, but he did use his power of authority over her to manipulate her.
Yeah. And ultimately, I mean, she was an adult at the time, so she should have made that decision herself, but she didn't, and she let she got involved with him, and she thought they had a relationship, and he didn't.
But when it came to Bill, when you caught a liar, you caught a fucking liar.
Yeah.
When he's going, what?
Oh, he took his hits.
What is?
I mean, he didn't say. He said I didn't have sexual relations with that woman, so. Technically didn't say he said it.
Well, dude,
he did it, but
when they grilled his ass. I remember on live TV that he's like, depends on what your definition
of the word is.
I'm just going like, what the fuck? Who the fuck says that? That's
what a lawyer,
ass motherfucker.
What a lawyer.
I mean, that's just like Bill Gates with his answer. I mean, I shouldn't have had dinners with him. Man, you had 39 dinners.
39 visits to the island.
And let me go down this other list. Let's go down of who else is on the list. I have the list.
And it makes him very sad. Tell your first most sad.
My first sad part about this list, man.
These are the people that visited Jeffrey Epstein's island,
And
or
how many times we do not know.
We don't know.
Okay,
but we're gonna start
Allegedly.
off with we're gonna say Stephen Colbert.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Jimmy Kimmel.
That's also disappointing.
Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z. Beyonce Knowles.
Okay, so hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back to Jay-Z. What do you?
Well, Jay-Z dated Aaliyah too, so. That puts him in the boat.
I think there was on board parties, and I think there was below board parties.
So Jay-Z's on the list.
We got Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell.
I can kind of Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Bill Murray.
Well, okay. So I've heard bad things about Bill Murray.
Throw a dart at the fucking California.
Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
Chrissy Teigen. John Legend.
Yeah. These are all very
Will
disappointing.
Smith.
Yeah. Visited Jeffrey Epstein.
Let me see.
Are you just picking and choosing? Just name them.
Jeffrey,
no, it's too many.
Will, do you want to fuck this guy? I don't know.
Oprah Winfrey, Kathy Griffin, Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Seth Green.
I think she's 12. Jeffrey.
Did I say Chris Tucker already?
Jeffrey, this seems wrong.
I like your island. Pretty out here. That girl seems 12.
Yeah, Barack Obama only showed up because he just happened to windsurf over.
Chelsea Handler, Wanda Sykes.
Oh,
I don't know about your list, Trent.
Some of these names don't. But like Will Ferrell, being on that list. I can't think of Will Ferrell. I guess Will Ferrell exploded like in the early 2000s.
Gwen Stefani. Ain't no holler back, girl.
So
it brings a whole new meaning.
Oh my god! Don't you talk like no holler back? This is very. I think there was above board shit.
Yeah.
And below board, like we're going to an island.
Akon is on this list.
Who calls it? What's the name of the island? Is what I want to know. Because there's dudes who could take their boats. I've seen it now that no one goes there.
Yeah.
And they've gone through.
I've seen that. I've seen those too.
I want to know if they just called it like, hey, we're going to take a vacation. This millionaire or billionaire
it's
owns
called,
this island.
Hold on.
I just always remembered hearing it as Epstein's Island.
Well, because they got a connotation.
They gave it. Reddit gave it the Pedo Island.
Pedo Island, yeah.
I don't know what the actual name of that.
Don't get me wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Someone's like, "Do you want to go to San Maltese?" And we're like, "Fuck yeah!"
So you hear Melinda Gates's response in that question to recognize that he was evil,
notoriously an ass fight. Like
you know, I have to assume that if Melinda Gates got that feeling, and I don't know if she's being honest or not.
Well, let's preface it with this: she was married to the richest man in the world.
Yeah,
who anywhere he went, he probably knew everything about that place that he possibly could.
And there's no way that you don't get involved with Jeffrey Epstein and as a celebrity and not know that there is a connotation to being in a relationship with this man.
Well, I watched the Giselle Maxwell, and her father was rich.
Yeah.
So when it seems like she kind of like catapulted.
I don't think it was Giselle. I think it was like
whatever Maxwell, whatever her name is.
But
she basically whenever those two got together, it made him
inmate 6134218.
Yeah, yes. She got a tag now.
It kind of like made him bigger. You get what I'm saying? In the pedo world.
Yeah, because she
was able to massage the girls and persuade them to what they doing wasn't wrong. And she really did coach a lot of these girls.
Yeah.
To doing what they did.
I know a couple millionaires now that I wouldn't go to their fucking island if they fucking invited me.
Yeah. I honestly,
all right, name them. No. Would you go to Seth Rogen's house?
Yeah, I feel. Look,
no.
You can generally get.
I go to Seth Rogen's house.
You can generally get a sense.
Joe Rogan.
No, I wouldn't go to Joe Rogan's
I know
house.
you would. I know you would.
I'd be on a podcast. Go fuck
we'll be right there. Me and Zach will be right there.
And the only
Jamie,
reason
turn us up.
Only reason is because the only thing you have to sit on.
We're
is those
smoking weed
giant
we're eating meat off a Traeger.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful of doing that in Texas. They will.
I wouldn't
bust
have
you
gone
for
to
it.
what's American Beauty? What's his name?
Oh, you're talking about Kevin Spacey.
I wouldn't have gone to Kevin Spacey's house before I knew he was fucking raping little boys.
Yeah, I don't. Well, okay, allegedly.
I don't care, K-Pax.
Oh, did
Get the fuck out of here.
Was it allegedly or did it come out?
No, I mean
It is allegedly.
It's allegedly because
Zach, don't
he
get
wasn't
us
convicted of a
canceled.
crime.
They can sue us now for this stuff. Now remember that the Cardi B sued somebody over this.
I'm not.
So watch your words.
It's allegedly because there was not. He's not convicted of a crime. There was whatever charges were dropped. You know, Kevin Spacey basically is free and clear to start acting again. But I mean, who's gonna
hire him?
And K-Pax was a great movie, but I can't do it.
Honestly, I always thought the weirdest thing was him doing those YouTube videos or Facebook Messenger videos or whatever, Facebook Messenger, where he was basically playing the actor or the person that he portrayed in House of Cards as though he was coming back on the House of Cards.
Yeah.
That was, and House of Cards was fantastic.
It was.
Now people are like, no.
You can't even watch it now, right? It's a little sick.
It's no West Wing. That's for sure.
But people still listen to R. Kelly, so.
Yes, facts, man. Like somebody told me and Nick was having this discussion. He was like, man, I'm so surprised like you're not playing R. Kelly. Like in like parties, I'm like, I told him, I was like, people come up to me all the time and ask me.
It's an 8-year-old's birthday party. No.
Well,
you just play Gotham City?
Not for kids, but you know, R. Kelly has a lot of sexual songs, so it's
that's true.
It's kind of hard to play these songs, and I don't know if somebody's gonna feel some type of way in the audience about it, but R. Kelly's got a lot of fucking bangers, man. It's kind of hard.
Yeah. All the clowns on the dance floor.
That's like someone asking you not to play Boys to Men. You're just like,
Okay.
Honestly,
that's like a lot.
Why? What's wrong? Wait, hold on. What's wrong with Boys to Men?
No, I
Oh,
didn't
nothing.
say
He
there
was
was.
just saying in general.
Oh.
You should have used Michael Jackson as a reference.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah, I
go.
was gonna say it threw me
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
I was
Bear was like, what happened to
I
the
love
boys?
Boys to Men.
They're still boys?
I thought-
they never turned into men.
Nowadays, you can't be Boys to Men, sir.
We're men to Medicare patients.
Yeah, you're at Bill Gates. He's like, Jeffrey really liked Boys to Men. You're like, cancel it out.
But seriously, I can usually get a vibe off of someone after initially meeting them, and I feel like
You didn't even have to meet Jeffrey to get a
I'll
vibe
tell you
off
this.
Yeah,
You know what's even more
he
fucked
was a
up?
creepy looking guy.
Everybody knows that Jimmy Page was grooming a 13-year-old to be his
Yeah.
wife one day, and
Yeah.
everyone's still pumping Led Zeppelin 2.
Yeah, that's
Get the
true.
fuck out of here.
That's true. I mean,
Black Dog's great.
But I think that leads to you can't cancel an artist's. You can't cancel their catalog because of what they did.
They canceled the fuck out of R. Kelly.
You knew Mick Jagger did some weird
I still
shit.
hear R. Kelly on the radio.
Where?
On Sirius, I hear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's different.
Oh, that's different. You're not gonna hear it on mainstream, right?
You can only play it on mediums where you can cuss.
I don't
Yeah.
hear it. Yeah, okay. I don't hear anything on mainstream radio except for traffic and commercials.
Taylor
so.
Swift, Traffic.
Oh, and 411 pain commercials.
Yeah.
They're banging them out.
Dude.
They're the biggest. They're the biggest record label in Colombia. Right?
That's why my only radio station is 107.5 The Game. Go ahead and tag that shit. Sport Talk Radio. The most annoying thing about that is you have to hear CBS Sport breaks.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Heath Klein or whatever.
Heath Klein's my favorite.
Is he really?
I've met Heath Klein a couple times. I love Heath Klein.
Do you like him because he's a good broadcaster? Or you
Yes.
like him because he gives you free stuff every time you show
I
up where he's at?
I like Heath Klein because he is very objective about how he plays things. He does not coddle Gamecock fans or even preface
That's
it
true. That's true.
that way. Like he's like, if you suck, you suck. He's like, I'm a Colorado fan. We fucking suck. And he's like, am I glad we just got Deion Sanders? He's like, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
I think as long as Heath Klein stays in his lane, though, because when he ventures out into politics, sometimes because I've heard him.
He does. No.
There have been occasions where he follows along with the listeners.
Say this cup is full. He'll go like that. That's it.
Yeah.
He does not. He does. He hates callers who call in and do that.
I'll give you a jewel.
He gives them a platform, though.
What's his name? Stephen A. Smith says he loves talking about politics more than he loves talking about sports.
Let him be wrong on that.
Yeah.
Because Stephen A. Smith will get nailed to a cross.
But that's what I'm saying. Could you imagine Stephen A. being a politician?
No.
Fuck no.
No,
What? Y'all couldn't see that?
No.
He's about the dumbest human being.
You call Stephen A. dumb?
Yes.
Well, that makes him qualified to be a politician.
I mean, after I started saying he's dumb, I'm like, sure.
Dumb though? Dumb is a crazy word to call Stephen A. He's probably the smartest person at
Fox
ESPN.
would take him in a minute.
Stephen A. Smith does really well with reading what comes across on the teleprompter. I think that
ain't no way they putting the words Stephen A. Smith is using on the.
If they paired
know.
Stephen A. Smith
I don't
with
know.
what's his name from who does Shannon Sharp shit.
Oh, you're talking about Skip?
They did. They were on the show together.
That's what I'm talking about. That when they did that,
Yeah.
that was just a clusterfuck.
Well,
The
no.
whole time.
Well, it was
'Cause
only
it's
that.
like, hot take.
Well, they were saying that Stephen A. got fired. This was in his new book. He said he got fired so many times from that show. Like Stephen A. was fired in 2009 and was not allowed to be back on TV for a long time until he had to do radio and then come back. And radio's what brought Stephen A. back to mainstream at ESPN.
Dude, I'd rather have Pharrell on the bench over fucking Stephen A. Smith.
And
that's the guy who talks like this.
I don't think any celebrities need to be politicians. I don't think
He's an analyst. I wouldn't even call him a celebrity.
He's a celebrity. He's a celebrity.
A sports celebrity.
He's a sports analyst. He's a celebrity.
That's like let me tell you that fucking Ohio State with the
Burrow.
No, the announcer.
I thought you were talking about Jordan.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
his two kids play at Clemson. Herb Street.
Herb Street. Good Lord. Yeah, no, he's a celebrity now. He transitioned from being a mediocre.
Does that count? Does that genuinely count?
A celebrity?
Yeah. ESPN personalities
I mean, but you have to say that
he's
counts
got a following.
because it's the same. It's the same thing as like people on WIS news. Like you know them because they're on the news.
Are they celebrities?
They are local celebrities.
Are they?
They're local celebrities.
I don't know. Damn Dawn D. Mercer, which I just found out that it's not Dawn, the letter D.
I guarantee you, if you've seen her in Walmart and you be like, damn, that's Dawn. I gotta get a picture.
No. I've seen. No, I was at.
Every white lady I've ever seen.
I will tell you this right now, and not to crap on.
I'm telling you,
a former weatherman.
Have you seen Craig Melvin? You wouldn't want to take a picture with Craig Melvin?
Bro, I can't even picture Craig Melvin.
The black dude from WIS.
Hold on.
He's on Good Morning America.
Don't know.
No, he's on Today's Show.
Oh yeah, well you know that.
So here's the thing. I saw when years and years ago when I would hang out in 5 Points, which by the way, you need to make sure your hepatitis shots are checked on.
Yeah, we've all been to Parrots when it was open.
5 Points or the Vista or whatever. We would run into Craig Melvin with a different girl every single time we ran into him.
Good for Craig.
He's that dude.
No. I understand, but I'm just
Craig
saying.
Melvin black?
But he's a
I just tell him that by
hold
the
on.
name.
What? Oh, okay.
His name is Craig.
I thought it was because it was a different white girl every time we ran into him. But regardless, they are celebrities in the sense that if they didn't, nobody would know who they are.
I'm telling you, I don't know who the fuck they are.
It's Craig Melvin.
I've never seen that man in my life.
You never watched the news. That's the reason why. You had to never watch WIS news ever.
So you know who Don Lemon is?
I still can't picture Don Lemon.
You know who Don Lemon is?
I think the only person I could picture
is
even
crazy.
off CNN, I could tell you the people like, hey, if I saw Tucker Carlson, I could be like,
yeah.
That means that you know what that tells me. You watch more Fox News.
There's a Keebler elf tree.
I don't watch Fox News. I watch clips. Like, look what this asshole said. And I'm like, it's always the same asshole.
Yeah, if I were to run into Tucker Carlson somewhere, I'd be like, the Keebler elf tree is missing one of their elves or something.
Oh, he'd get a nut tap. Like, what are you doing, buddy? Like, no, like if I think the only person off CNN that I would recognize after Como, but that would be difficult, is, and now I can't remember his name.
So it's a guy?
Yeah, white hair, gay man.
Anderson Cooper.
Oh,
Yeah,
Anderson Cooper. He does the New Year's Eve drop every year in New York.
Yeah, but there was another guy who got drunk on New Year's Eve apparently, and they said you can't do that.
Yeah, they couldn't get drunk this year.
They definitely got drunk.
At the end,
They definitely
at the very end, they couldn't take anything else.
I think his last name
Like
Andy
Andy
Cohen.
Cohen. Yeah, but he's basically the voice of Sirius XM.
I
now.
wouldn't recognize him, but I've only heard people do his voice.
Yeah.
I don't.
If I told you I didn't know
news people are not famous to me, man.
You know who Ryan Seacrest is? You know what he looks like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can kind of picture Ryan Seacrest. I don't know that I'd be able to.
But you would smell
I couldn't
him.
pick him out of a lineup.
Okay.
He's a white dude. Like he's
okay. So if the lineup is full of, it's got 5 black guys and one white guy. Oh yeah, that's definitely Ryan Seacrest.
But it's proto. It could be. It's proto white guy. They're all Kindles like coming through. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah.
Like I don't have aphasia like fucking the Wiz.
Oh yeah.
But like there's just I don't give if I give a shit, I'll recognize you.
Yeah.
But that actually happens like the basis for Coheed, Zach Cooper.
No,
I walked by him on the street, and as soon as he was this far, I was like, God damn it, he's turning to the fences, and I can't go in there. And I was like, Zach, a fan. Like, fuck.
Well, let me just say.
He walked right by me.
So I one time.
You said Shaq?
Zach.
Oh, I thought you said
his
Shaq.
name's Zach Super Duper Cooper.
So like 15 years ago, we were at the substation over on Two Notch, at Park Lane at Two Notch. And
well, I don't ever go to that part of town.
I understand.
Because you're scared, bitch.
So, but
I get lost. That's why I'm scared.
But let's just say I ran into a former weatherman for WIS TV.
Oh, I know who you're talking about already.
Ran into him
Ben
and his
Tanner.
wife.
Ben Tanner.
I didn't say any names,
I
but
know that wasn't
all
me.
I will say is that the way he acted in public. If I had been the employee that he was talking crap to, the way that he was talking to him, I'd have spit in his sandwich. Like, and then come to find out, like there are friends of mine that have coached soccer against him coaching his kids soccer, and have said things about this individual. I didn't say Ben
Were they
Tanner.
like Kobe?
No, but
but he got a
was just
DUI like 3 months after he quit
Ben Tanner?
WIS.
Oh yeah, he's on one.
Like
And
he's
see,
on.
you remember those people. You don't remember from telling the fucking weather.
I mean,
thing?
because I remember him telling the weather because he always used to shout out his mom, and I was like, damn, I want to shout out
that's
my mom.
true.
He always used to shout out his mom.
Oh no, it was his grandma. It was
Or
grandma.
grandma, yeah.
I'll tell you a good South
But I
Carolina.
didn't say Ben Tanner.
I'll tell you a
I didn't
good.
say that.
Well, we knew who you were talking about.
Bear, it sound like you're scared of your kids playing against his kids.
I'll tell you this. I'll give you a good South Carolina native
I'm
story.
saying that individual has the potential of
shutting some shit down.
Just being verbally violent.
I'll tell you a good South Carolina native
Again,
story.
didn't say Ben
Get him
Tanner.
on the pod.
This was 2006. Let's travel back in time.
Hold on. I got a sound.
I was about to say, I don't have a sound for that
There
one.
we go.
Here we are, 2006. Zach has been invited to the National Youth Leadership Forum on Technology, San Jose, California. So, right when we're doing this symposium, I was elected out of all of Chapin High School. Do we have yeah, there we go. Let's do that. There was only one other dude from South Carolina.
They only had 3 people sign up.
I think it was a total of 2,000 people out of all
2,000 people. South Carolina was represented by two people.
And they
What
chose
does
you.
that tell you about the education system in South
And
Carolina?
they chose you.
California has a lot of people. So we went there, right? And we heard through the grapevine. We were staying at the Hilton Hotel in San Jose, which is awesome. And it was about midnight, and you had a 12:30 room check or whatever, because I was 17, about to be 18, I think, because I graduated when I was 19.
So who's checking your room?
You don't need a room check
chaperone?
at 17 or 18.
A chaperone came to your
You're
room
there.
randomly
Like,
at 12:30?
We were touring Intel.
It's a little weird.
We were touring Intel
Only
and
in
NVIDIA,
Nazi Germany.
EA games and all kinds of stuff. Well, they wanted to make sure you were in your room, like parental stuff. But they were doing a concert across the street, and it was Crossfade. Everybody know who Crossfade is?
Yeah.
They're a South Carolina band
Sing
from
their,
Columbia.
sing their favorite song, the number 1 song.
Looking back at me, I see that I never really got it right.
Okay, don't know them, but no.
Oh
you
my
good?
God.
You good? Keep going.
You know that song.
No, probably don't.
I don't know it
It's
either.
cool.
I know Crossfade, but I don't.
Colors that you shine.
Nope. Sorry.
God,
Wah,
we're gonna
wah.
get both of them fucking right. I swear to Yes, you do.
Maybe if I heard them sing it. No,
Man,
it's-
chill. Just
Anyway,
tell your story.
Tell
No,
your story.
I'm telling my story. Listen, so it was them and Bowling for Soup. Do you know who Bowling for Soup is?
Yeah, 1985.
Yeah, 1985. Trent.
Don't know.
Debbie just hit the wall.
You kidding?
I don't know who that is.
Debbie just hit the wall. She never had it all. 1 Prozac a day. Husband's a CPA. No?
What's the hook?
1985.
Yeah,
No.
that's basically it.
Sorry.
Anyway, it's talking about this mom who's riding in a minivan.
Yeah.
Anyway, Please continue.
Basically, Chubby Chase, right?
It's 2009.
Not national.
God.
Not national.
Well, anyways,
Lampoon's Vacation.
They were there and across the street. I loved both bands.
Yeah.
Big fan. So we went downstairs, and the whole time I'm in California, what do you want to do when you're in California? Meet a famous person.
Smoke weed. Oh, what? Sorry.
Back then, you could not.
Did we hit
it
the
was
red
not
button
legal.
for that?
It was not legal.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just never turned it off.
Okay, cool.
It was not legal to smoke weed back then.
Okay.
But me and my buddy went down. He was a programmer. We went down and was like, let's get some Red Bulls because we're going to stay up all night playing Halo and shit like that. We went down there. There was no one in the bar except for 4 fucking very famous looking dudes. And I recognized them. It was fucking Crossfade.
Oh, okay.
And the coolest thing, Ed Sloan, the lead singer.
Oh, I know
slash,
Ed. I know Ed
you know
Sloan.
Ed. Yeah. So apparently everybody does, but I had to go to California to meet him.
We can get him on the phone real quick.
We had the same guitar teacher.
What?
We had the same guitar teacher.
Oh, I do remember this story.
And everything. And he was like, Jack Easterling? And I was like, yeah. He's like, holy shit. And I was like, yeah, why did I have to fly around the country to come finally meet someone famous and you come for where I come from? And the last thing I left him with is like, is Bowling for Soup coming in here for drinks? So I am not.
It's okay, man. Just let it go.
No, I'm not gonna let it
We
go.
don't want to get demonetized.
Yeah, I know that song.
All right, turn it off, man. We're gonna get demonetized, man. We're not gonna be able to.
20, 30 seconds is what you're allowed.
20. Yeah.
No, I don't know who that is, man. It's cool though. They sound good.
I don't want to.
Hey, look, like I told Bear last week, I know what real white people music is, man. Don't come to me with
Name
that.
one.
The Birds. That's what
Ed
we're talking
Sheeran.
about.
No.
Ed Sheeran's very white.
No, hold on. Time out. Name one white person song that me and Barrett are going to agree on.
Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty, that was a song that they did.
Y'all know it,
Damon,
but
that
you
doesn't
like
count.
it. You like it.
Well, it wasn't Matt Damon singing it, but it was Matt Damon
It's a movie song,
pretending
so
to
don't name a
perform it,
movie
lip
song.
syncing.
Don't name a movie song.
A movie song?
He said don't name a movie.
Don't
song.
name a movie song. Okay.
Okay. Stacy's mom has got it going on. It's all I want.
I can't argue that one.
You don't like Stacy's mom?
No.
Oh, I like it.
She's a pedophile.
Yeah,
How is she the pedophile?
Why did she come out with nothing but a fucking towel?
Because she was in her fucking house. Why was the little boy there?
She knew that the guy was
No,
going to
she
mow the
didn't.
lawn.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she coming out. She creeping. She would have gone.
She was getting a massage
She would
by a
have gone to
masseuse.
Epstein's Island.
She was getting a massage by a professional masseuse.
No,
That wasn't on Epstein's Island.
that was her husband.
No, it was not.
You don't know. I think you're misremembering.
I remember that video very vividly. It was yesterday.
No.
MTV used to play that every morning.
So we knew it's in Trent's Spank Bank.
Correct.
So this sucks. I did have someone that did a parody to Stacy's mom.
Yeah, where he's talking about Spacey's mom.
Yeah,
has
but
some
it was
explaining going on.
No, it was from the mother's point of view,
Yeah.
explaining that.
No, it was from.
So there was another one where it was the mother's point of view asking why Stacy's boyfriend keeps staring at her and keeps coming over.
He's a peeping Tom. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Zach.
It was another, but it was
He's a
from
peeping Tom.
it was from the mom's perspective.
When you're 16, what does it matter? That lady should have known.
He would have still called a charge.
Listen, it's time we get
still
these.
would have called a charge.
It's time now to keep these ladies on check. All right.
So you're saying it's the lady's fault that a little boy is staring into her window, looking at her.
He had a lawnmower on, and she came outside.
He was wearing the lawnmower.
He was supposed to be looking at the lines. He wasn't supposed to be looking at those lines.
I worked.
He
lawn
ran
care.
over her cat. There was a scream.
The best part about mowing lawns is just looking at what they're doing while you mow their lawn.
Why would you do that? That's weird.
I don't want to do that.
I used to clean pools. I used to not. That's to be the one thing I tried not to do is give eye contact.
Listen, I'm here.
I will just say this, and we're gonna wrap it up in a second. But I honestly, my belief is that 99.9% of people that own private swimming pools that you would potentially go and clean are not the people that you want to stare at.
Hell no.
Absolutely are.
No,
Hell
no. Like
wrinkly,
Zach,
wrinkly in Charleston. They get wrinkly.
Listen,
they get wrinkly in Charleston.
No, I want to hear why Zach thinks that they're.
Have you cleaned pools before?
It wasn't the pool. I built pools, my guy.
Okay, you was respect. I respect people that build pools. I respect.
I've been there. I did marine construction.
So you used to do the rebar and everything?
Listen, your boy has seen some stuff.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll save that for the next episode.
People forget. They treat you like a fan is running and it just makes noise. They forget you're out there doing shit.
I get that.
And they come to the windows.
Again, my argument is my argument is that 99.9% of those people are not the people that I would be interested in looking at in like a Maxim magazine or something.
And a lot of those people,
I think 99% of the people you meet in general.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say.
When you're just like, that person's naked at their window.
How did we get to this?
But this is what I'm saying. 99%. Let's be honest, guys. A lot of white people don't have blinds. Y'all don't believe in blinds for some reason.
I got blinds.
I definitely.
I know you do, but some.
Wait, how do you know I do?
The richer you get, the richer you get, the less blinds you have.
Rich, huh?
I said the richer you get, the less blinds white people have. It's very true. Y'all get bigger windows, less blinds.
Well, let's hear from some of the rich people.
They're not here.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
We'll get them on the phone.
Yeah. I could, but I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah. And I'd ask you to do a Donald Trump impression, but I don't think he's that rich anymore. So it's not.
Listen, the grass has died on Anka's grave, and I need somebody to returf it. The vodka killed the soil.
Very funny. All right. I think that's going to be enough for this episode. What do you think?
That's fine, man. I mean, unless Zach got something else to say.
Let's see.
Did we learn anything this week?
Justin Roiland got canceled.
Yeah.
But he did apparently. Allegedly.
Well, until there's a conviction.
Yeah.
It's all allegations.
Held a woman against her will.
What I learned from this is
and I'm still wearing my Rick and Morty socks.
I was not aware that Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert were on the list of potential people that went to.
It's very sad. Very sad.
So I will say that's
problematic. I'm glad we're not on that list, Trent.
I know, man. We snuck in there and snuck out.
We
forgot one thing.
You walk away with a Tesla.
You say nothing.
We forgot one thing. I can't believe I forgot about this, man. Oh man, Zach, how'd you let me forget this, man? Come on, man. This is.
It makes two of us.
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be really good, or
it's blindness. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, let me go back. Hold on.
Is this the Mr. Beast thing?
Correct.
The eyes. Okay.
It's gonna be crazy.
Most of us see the world like this. But here's the thing, 200 million people see the world like this.
What?
But I just made it one less.
Oh, he held a blind.
1,000 people.
1,000 people.
Wow.
He paid
for 1,000
He's just one of 1,000 blind people we helped from around the world.
They can't see, but we have all the technology to fix it.
Yep, half of all the blindness in the world is people who need a 10-minute surgery.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
We're curing 1,000 people's blindness.
Here's
I need that so I recognize local celebrities.
Here's my takeaway. I really, really hope that Jimmy, Mr. Beast, doesn't show up on Jeffrey Epstein's list.
Oh, he's not there.
You already looked.
Yeah, he's not
there. Mr. Beast. It didn't even say his real name.
It would say Mr. Beast. It would not call him his real name.
I'm here on Jeffrey Epstein's Island. We are trying to free all the sex workers.
Thank you, Nick the Geek, engineer and producer, owner and operator of GOT Sound Studio. Check out details on how you can utilize his talent and production expertise at gotsoundstudio.com. Thanks to Muff the Producer. Follow him on Instagram at Muff the Producer. Thanks to Trent Clark, aka DJ Lonzo, currently serving as the house DJ at the main course in Columbia, South Carolina. Make sure to go by and have a good time. You can contact Trent for all your entertainment needs. Trent at theallaboutnothing.com and on Instagram at TheRealDJLonzo. On Twitter at DJ Lonzo Top 5. You can also phone him 803-262-7982. If you enjoy the show, consider becoming a patron by visiting our website and clicking at the link at the top of the browser that will take you to our Patreon page. You can find details on how you become a supporter, or you can check out benefits there and just consider a donation so that we can continue to bring you this nonsense. We enjoy doing it. We enjoy you enjoying it. As always, you can follow us on Facebook. Just search for All About Nothing US, on Twitter and Instagram at AAN_pod, or you can find links to all of our social media and available podcast platforms by visiting theallaboutnothing.com. If you'd like to be heard on the show, you may call and leave us a message, 803-672-0533. If the time between these episodes is too far apart, you can fill that time by checking out some of our partner podcasts. Zach and I host What the Pod Was That with Carrie Simmons. Visit whatthepodwasthat.com for links and details. Carrie and Chrissy host Status Macabre. You can find details at statusmacabre.com. Ami Bland takes a deep dive down the rabbit hole in episodes of Welcome to Wonderland, available on all of your podcast listening platforms. As well, you should check out our own DJ Lonzo's Top 5, hosted by Trent Clark, available on most of your podcast listening platforms. All
right, that'll do it. This week's episode, the All About Nothing podcast. Thanks for listening. You all stay safe and
have a week.
This The All About Nothing podcast is recorded live from the GOT Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. The All About Nothing podcast is produced and engineered by Nick the Geek, owner and operator of GOT Sound Studio. To support the show, please visit theallaboutnothing.com for links to social media, merchandise, and more. Become a patron of the show by following the Patreon link at the top of our page. The All About Nothing podcast is an entertainment product of Barrett Gruber. Special thanks to Zach King, Trent Clark, Muff the producer, Nick the Geek, and you, our listeners. Please subscribe, rate, review, and share. If you're on YouTube, please hit the like button and the notification bell. Thank you for listening.
The All About Nothing podcast is a part of the GOT Podcast Network and a product of Barrett Gruber Entertainment and Media.